My name is Jack Wagner. I'm with Microscientific Industries, and the product that I'm going to show you this afternoon is our Microcide 28 high-level disinfectant glutaraldehyde solution. Before I start talking about the product, I just want to kind of set the record straight. There seems to be a little bit of confusion in the industry as to the continued success of glutaraldehydes for the appropriate disinfection and high-level disinfection and sterilization, if you will, of instruments and scopes. I know for the last 35 to 40 years the glutaraldehydes have been the keystone product used for disinfecting flexible endoscopes, but all in all, the glutaraldehyde seems to be the product of choice in most endoscopic laboratories for manual disinfection of flexible endoscopes, and there's a couple of reasons for that. First of all, glutaraldehydes have been around for about 35 years and they've had a very successful history. There have been very few cases where endoscopic equipment that was properly cleaned and then disinfected in an endoscope has been related to any types of infections. Second of all, it's a very, very easy product to use. You simply activate the product, pour it into a container, and soak your pre-cleaned instruments or devices into the solution. There are a number of glutaraldehydes that are on the market, but of the 3 glutaraldehydes that are presently being sold, there are 3 that stand out the most. The first one, as we all know, is the old standby Cidex, which was introduced about 40 years ago by Arbrook Laboratories, and then later on was sold off to Johnson & Johnson, which now calls itself Advanced Sterilization Products. The Cidex product consists of 2 particular formulas. One is what we call a 14-day product, and the other one is what we call a 28 or a 30-day product. And that's a product, a 14-day product means that once you've activated the product and prepared the solution for use and begin to use it, you can use the product up to 14 days on the condition that each day you monitor the product using a strip to make certain that the product is still working. This is sort of like a litmus test where you simply dip a piece of paper into the solution and look for a color change. The 28-day or 30-day product that Johnson & Johnson provides, and they have a little bit different formulation between the two, it allows you to use the product for up to 28 or 30 days as long as you test it on a continuous basis. The other product that's presently sold is the Metrix product called Microcide. They too make a Microcide 14 and a Microcide 28, which does the same thing as the Cidex product, and it is a 14-day product requiring the daily monitoring by using a strip, and the 28-day by using a different strip to make sure that it's working for 28 days. There are some significant differences between those 2 products, and before I talk about this one, let me just tell you the difference between the 2 and cut to the bottom line. The Johnson & Johnson 28-day product, that's the Advanced Sterilization Company product, the 28-day product requires a 90-minute soak time of flexible endoscopes and related instruments prior to removal in order to accomplish high-level disinfection. Their 14-day product requires a 45-minute soak time. Now, I know that some of the laboratories are simply using the products off-label and off-brand, and they're soaking the scopes and the related instruments into the solution for about 20 to 25 minutes. That's an off-brand use, an off-label use of the product, which can create some problems in the event that a patient becomes infected and there's some sort of litigation in that you haven't actually followed the instructions on the label of the product. The same thing goes with the Microcide product. The Microcide also requires a 14-day product to be requires a 45-minute soak time, and their 28-day product requires a 90-minute soak time. Now, if you would contrast that with this product, which looks, tastes, and smells the same as the Cidex product and the Microcide product, this product has a total of a 25-minute soak time and is valid for use up to 28 days on the condition that you monitor it each day like you're supposed to do with all glutaraldehyde products. The advantage is that a 25-minute soak time puts the user into a situation where they are using the product in an appropriate manner by soaking the scopes for less than a half an hour, which, let's face it, probably 95% of the GI labs in the industry are soaking their scopes for less than 30 minutes. And this puts them in compliance with the FDA compliance. It also puts them in compliance in the event that there's some litigation, or if somebody becomes injured during an endoscopic procedure with an infection. At least your customer can be assured that they're following the product's labeled instructions, and at the same time they're able to maintain a relatively quick turnover time in less than 30 minutes. The product is very, very easy to use. It requires the use of a powdered activator when you first activate the product, and to do that you simply pour the activator into the container of liquid, shake it up real well, and then pour it into the container. This particular product is a clear liquid. However, when you add the additive, it will turn to a green color, indicating that the product is activated and ready for use. At the conclusion of the soaking of instruments in any glutaraldehyde, whether it be a Metrix product, whether it be this product, or whether it be a Cydex product, it requires that you go take your instruments and put them through a triple rinse, what we call a triple sequential rinse, where you first rinse the instruments, rinse them again, and then in a separate container rinse them again in order to remove the glutaraldehyde from the surface. As I said, this is a very simple, easy to use product. It works very quickly, and it accomplishes what your customer is looking for, and that is high-level disinfection in less than a half an hour.